Hey friends, welcome to week 10 of the Big Rock Organic CSA box, and we're starting to get some interesting colors. Take a look at these tomatoes. Pretty excited, so come take a tour with me. I will say I did forget a bunch of mint in here, so there is mint in your box as well, so just imagine the mint hanging out here. But let's go for a tour and I'll show you. We've got a couple new things and some ideas and suggestions for you this week. So we do have some Italian parsley. This poor parsley has been in a forgotten corner of the garden and it's been growing beautifully. So flat leaf Italian parsley is same delicious parsley flavor. It's just a flat leaf, so it looks a lot like celery, looks a lot like cilantro, but of course it has that full parsley flavor. And so because you have mint and parsley in the box, and because a friend of mine made some delicious tabbouleh this week, I am going to be featuring that as a recipe suggestion because it uses all the veggies, the cucumbers, the tomatoes, anything you want to throw in there. It's such a great dish and it lasts a long time in the fridge, so you can pre-make it, and it's just packed full of flavor and is a great side dish, or add a protein like chickpeas to it and it can become a main dish. So this parsley would be great for that. Parsley also dries nicely. You want to take these leaves off and dry them. Gosh, so many great things you can do with the parsley. And the Wild Carrot food truck buys all kinds of stuff from us throughout the season, and they bought a lot of parsley this week, and I believe they're using that in some of their potatoes. They're also using it, they have a pistachio quinoa salad that they're using some of our fresh herbs in as well. And so they serve up delicious food out of their food truck and Waterman and Mondays and Thursday nights, and it's always fun to see what they do with our food. Okay, so that is the parsley there. That looks new and different. We've got, of course, onions, and they are getting to a drier stage, so you should be able to store those more in your pantry. We are having a few issues with all this rain that we've had, so if you do get an onion that's got a kind of a softer spot on it, you know, this paper on the outside really needs good dry weather to cure. And because a lot of the onions have had to be harvested in the midst of some of the mud and everything, that can be a problem. In fact, a lot of other producers we've been talking to with garlic and onions have had the same problem because July is usually not so rainy. Great, but can cause a few problems for some of the crops that we start to harvest and dry. So if you get a squishy spot on your onion, just use that up real quickly. Or, you know, I'm processing onions and I'm always, you know, taking an onion, chopping it up, putting it in the freezer, and they freeze great, and you'll be so excited to have chopped onions ready to go because it's just so convenient, you know, being able to pull it out of the freezer later and having it ready to go. Of course, lots of little patty pans. They really are coming into their glory. If you have any bigger patty pans, they work really great for stuffing. And so, you know, these are a bit small, but if you've got a big one, like, you know, the size of your hand, you can just carve out that top and scoop it and stuff it. And it makes for a great little stuffed, you know, squash, and a little kind of a alternative like to a bread bowl, but healthier. We have some kohlrabi, so you might have gotten a giant kohlrabi this week, the Cossack kohlrabi, and they are very, very large, or you might have gotten some smaller kohlrabi. So again, kohlrabi store beautifully. You can, and because we've trimmed all the leaves off and everything, you can just stick these in your refrigerator. I usually put them in a plastic bag with a paper towel in there, and they will last literally for a month, 2 months, whatnot. So they're so delicious, eaten raw, but also steamed up. You know, brown butter cheese sauce is a great way to make an easy little dish out of it. But kohlrabi can be shredded, it can be julienned, it can be sauteed, it can be grilled, it can be roasted. So many great things to do with kohlrabi, and they last so wonderfully. So not to overwhelm you with kohlrabi, but we have been enjoying that this season for sure. Okay. We've got those beans. They are slowing down a little bit, but we've got some beautiful bounty of both green and wax beans, and they are just delicious. I hope you've been able to preserve some and, you know, throw them into your favorite dishes, side dishes. Oh my gosh, we just enjoyed some last night, and they were so tasty. So tasty. Oh, there's the cats. Hey, kitty cats. You want to see the cats real quick? They are all ready to go in out of this rain. There's the cats, all three of them. It's great to see them. Okay, back to the video. We have our cucumbers. The Suyo long cucumbers have been super plentiful and delicious this season. And of course, you know, add some to your water. Have you had cucumbers in your water? It's so refreshing, it's so delicious. I also saw a great recipe for a Thai peanut butter, you know, cucumber salad. That was so good. So we'll be adding that recipe in there for you as well. Now we do have a couple of new crops that we're kind of introducing, and because there might not be enough for the whole entire CSA week, we're splitting it. So lemon cucumbers, folks. Wednesday's going to be getting lemon cucumbers. They are called a lemon cucumber because they look like a lemon. They're the color of lemons. Disappointingly, they do not taste like lemons. It's kind of like cheddar cauliflower. They call it cheddar cauliflower because of the color. No, it doesn't taste like it. So they are a lemon cucumber, but they're supposed to be a great heirloom that is a little bit of a milder cucumber flavor, and they're fun. So they should be picked when they have a little bit of the white blushing with the yellow, and they are a slower maturing cucumber. So we always plant a few of them just for something different. So over the course of the next couple of weeks, you'll be getting a lemon cucumber or two in your box, and just, you know, try them out with the Suyo longs and see what you think about their flavor differences and stuff. It's very pretty, I think. So that's your lemon cucumber. So Wednesday's getting lemon cucumbers. Now Monday is getting shishito peppers. Now, if you've not experienced the magic of shishito peppers, let me just introduce you. So I started growing these a couple years ago. I saw them in the grocery store. I was like, wow, they sell these bags of peppers. What's the deal with that? And so what you want to do is just spray them with some olive oil, season them up, put them on the grill. You just grill them on high till they blister a little bit, and then you make a delicious soy sauce dip, and we'll give you the recipe for that. They are so good. Sprinkle a little sea salt. You know, flaky sea salt is like the answer to deliciousness. And then you eat the whole thing. So there is a seed cavity up here in the front, so you don't want to eat that. But you just eat the whole thing when it's grilled, and it's like eating popcorn, guys. It's so addictive and so tasty. So what I do is whenever I'm grilling, well, I don't grill, but Farmer Jonathan grills. Whenever we're grilling, I just throw some of these on as an appetizer, so you can get yourself through the process of grilling, right? Have something to snack on, and they make a really great appetizer. So we'll be featuring shishito peppers throughout the season, and they're so good. They're thin-skinned and they're delicious. They are not spicy. I know a lot of times smaller peppers can be intimidating and scary. They're not spicy, so those are so good grilled up. So Monday is getting them this week. Next week, Wednesday, we'll get those, and hopefully by the time they're kind of kicking in, then we'll have enough to really, you know, hit you with them. All right, tomatoes, guys, the moment we've been all waiting for. So our little tomatoes are starting to come in. I've got a lot of different varieties, so try them individually. Try each flavor. This is one of the bumblebees. This is a purple bumblebee. There's also yellow bumblebee and pink bumblebee, and they're small, round, and they have these gorgeous little stripes in them. Each of these has a little different flavor profile. So good. These are the Berry's Crazy Cherry. I love their little pointy ends there, and they have a white, you know, and ripe color. So good. So you really gotta like try each one, the flavor profile. This is a yellow pear, very mild. Probably the most crazy. This is the Brad's Atomic Grape. Look at all those different colors. It's gonna have a blush of yellow, red, purple, green, and that is ripe, folks. That is actually a ripe green tomato. And then of course the traditional Chadwick cherries. So you've got a variety of tomatoes. Our big tomatoes are working on getting ripening. We've had a few, and I will just tell you that in working with the tomatoes, your hands get really stained. So I'm sorry for these gross farmer hands, but that's what happens when you pick or trellis tomatoes, is they kind of stain your hands. But a good way to get that tomato stain off is to actually take like a cut tomato and rub your hands, and it comes off. So I'll be doing that tonight, but sorry for the grungy hands, but I was picking tomatoes today. So a couple more peppers. We've got the bananas, which are a sweet pepper. They're not spicy. Of course, bell peppers, lots of zucchini coming in. They are taking a little bit of a lull, both the cucumbers and the zucchini this week. So I think that's everything in our box, and I hope that you enjoy it as much as we do. We are looking forward to doing another week of sweet corn next week, and I've got another crop of carrots that are coming up the line, and we did get a lot of fall planting done here in the last week or so. Very, very happy about that. So all of our fall lettuces and radishes and arugula and kale just got in the ground, and with all this rain that we've had, it's been really terrific. So on behalf of all the cats, hi kitties, they're all waiting for their dinner. Thank you for joining me for week 10 of the CSA box, and happy cooking. Bye.